Hi, my name is Helen. I'm here from Blair Academy and I'm a junior. Okay, so how many of you have heard of the term BlackGirlMagic? Okay, so it started off as a hashtag on Facebook and Twitter and then moved its way into Instagram, and it's usually seen on posts of women of color celebrating their best selves. Statements of pride in blackness and of darker complexions. Women who have been over-sexualized and portrayed in negative ways for centuries, taking ownership of their blackness. It's a positive thing. For example, it's Serena Williams on the cover of Sports Illustrated. It's Misty Copeland being the first African-American woman to be given a principal role on the American Ballet Theater. It's Maria Borges being the first African-American woman to walk the Victoria's Secret runway rocking her natural hair. And it's Michelle Obama for being Michelle Obama. So we know that all women are magical, but this is an opportunity for women of color to shine in a world that often forces us to be dim, that doesn't remind us of our beauty, and that historically on all sides of the spectrum has deemed our complexions and our hair not beautiful enough. But something is missing. Something just isn't right because there is nothing magical about being misportrayed in media. There's nothing magical about continuously forcing yourself to believe that you are beautiful when the world around you only deems white European features as beautiful. Throughout history, black actresses in Hollywood have been portrayed as being unappealing by playing the stereotypical roles of mammies, the obedient servant, Jezebels, the young, highly sexual woman, or Sapphires, the evil, malicious, angry black woman. The Mammy image was one of the most widely known images in commercial media. She was the black mother figure in white homes characterized to take care of her white family better than her own. She's non-threatening, obese, maternal, and often portrayed as being unattractive and very religious. Even though the Mammy is well known and has considerable authority in her white family, she still always knows her place as a servant. Okay. So in the film Gone with the Wind, in the film Gone with the Wind, the Mammy, she was a great actress, but film executives during the time period only allowed her to play the role of the Mammy. So in many of the films that she appeared in, that was all that she could ever be. And then when The Help was released in 2011, it was, after a very long time, since the 1960s, one of the first films to come back with the stereotype of nannies. Viola Davis and Octavia Spencer both won awards for their roles as mammies, reminding us that America only loves to see black women when they play a submissive role as a maid. The Jezebel. So in the film Foxy Brown, black women were characterized as only sexual fiends and always played the role of aggressive sexual beings. Halle Berry was the first African-American woman to win an Academy Award for Best Actress in the film Monsters Ball in 2001. But in this film, she is often seen being submissive to the white male. There's always a lot of emphasis in the film of her being overly sexualized and her just being involved in a lot of sexual activity. The Sapphire, the angry black woman. So the angry black woman is often portrayed as yelling at her husband or always being angry towards African-American men. But this is a social construct and control mechanism that is implemented to punish black women for violating societal norms of being passive, servile, non-threatening, and unseen. These degrading stereotypes make it seem as though black women can't be anything more than maids or angry or super sexual. So Viola Davis recently won an award for Outstanding Lead Actress in How to Get Away with Murder. And when she won that award in her acceptance speech, she said, "The only thing that separates women of color from everyone else is opportunity. You cannot win an Emmy for roles that are simply not there." She is one of the many women who hate these stereotypes that black women have to hold, and she is breaking boundaries because this is a role, if you've ever watched the show, that doesn't really hold any of the stereotypes that Black women historically have held in film. So that's just one part of women of color being deemed as inferior. Hispanic women are often portrayed in movies and in media as being super sexual, voluptuous, loud, with tan skin that is never too dark, or they are domestic, really religious, and conservative, and very submissive to the white male. The US mainstream media has a huge history of portraying Hispanic women in this manner. And whether they play the super sexual, loud woman or the super conservative woman, they are always immigrants that hold heavy accent. I can tell you right now that this stereotype is so invalid, because as the daughter of Latin American immigrants, I am none of these things. My skin is not crazy, beautifully bronzed. I don't have long, thick hair, nor am I super voluptuous and super sexual or conservative in any way. Stereotypes like these puts young girls like me in a box that are very afraid to come across as the angry Black woman or to do something that will deem us as super sexual. I'm always, and I know that a lot of other women of color are always dancing around these stereotypes. So in the photos above, you can see how these two actresses are photographed on the red carpet and their complexions are darker, but when they're photographed for magazine covers or posters or billboards, their complexions are lightened to make them seem more appealing. It's very difficult to live in a world that often forces these ideas that if you have a lighter complexion, you are somehow more beautiful. Or not, and if you're darker, you're just not beautiful enough. So, did you know that when you Google beautiful woman, the first images that appear are white women? And that Vaseline has an app on Facebook where you can upload your picture to make your skin seem more darker, further pushing this idea that if you have lighter skin, you're more appealing. This is an actual ad. 10% lighter, 100% more numbers. This is a skin lightening ad. Let's take a moment. Just seriously, like a little whitening makes a big difference. Yeah, that's an issue. But if you ask me, I think that there is space in this world for beauty to be diverse. There's space in this world for us to become more accepting of certain ideas and for us to realize that we have control over all of these social constructs and all of these standards of beauty. When you're on Facebook and you see certain things like that, you have control of whether you want to encourage it or not. So I ask that all of you be very aware of the fact that you have all of the power now and in the future of changing these stereotypes and changing these social constructs that only lighter complexions are beautiful. Thank you.